Hey everyone, what's going on? Design Comey here. Today I'm going to talk about a new Nintendo game that's been shown at PAX East over the weekend, and I'm also going to kind of give you a little bit of an update what I got going on, or what my plans are, at least the plans that I have going on in my head anyhow. So first of all, I want to mention that this gameplay is not mine. This is a friend of mine, Sacred Havoc. He's the good friend of mine that got me hooked onto the Xbox quite a number of years ago, and he actually reminded me that it was the year 2006 that happened. So so yeah. So we'll make a little correction there. It's 2006 is when he got me hooked onto the Xbox, and he over the week he managed to obtain the HBR A3 Insanity, and he was thrilled when he got it because he's one of my friends that hasn't really been profiting very much from the elite weapons in the supply drops. So he was thrilled when he got this, and I was like, hey, shoot me some game footage, and I'll put it up on the channel. So this is his game footage. He's playing Sideshow with his HBAR3 Insanity, and I didn't really talk to him about how much he liked it or not, but we always have a good time with everything anyways. So this is his gameplay, not mine. Anyways, on to the Nintendo game that I was wanting to talk about. And I normally don't play too much Nintendo. I mean, I started off playing Nintendo like everybody started off playing Nintendo. Well, really for me it was Atari. For some people it was Nintendo. And I do like Nintendo. Mario is dear to my heart. I stayed up an entire night with another friend of mine when I was in the service a long time ago. This was long before I ever met Sacred Havoc, and we stayed up literally all night long playing Super Mario Brothers, and just so we could say we did it and we got all the way to the end. And yeah, it was a long evening, especially when we ran out of lives. It was horrible. Yeah. So anyways, on to Nintendo, and the game that they have coming out that was showed at PAX East is called Splatoon. Now I saw this talked about last year. I seen a little bit about this, and at first I thought, wow, that's kind of funny looking. It looks just a lot like Epic Mickey, maybe. It's got that painting thing going on. It wasn't really kind of catching my eye at first, but since I've been watching some of the gameplays today and I've been reading up on the article in IGN, I'll give you the link to that description. I'll put the link into the description so you can go check it out and watch some of the gameplay videos. I'll also place Sacred Havoc's link in there too, and you can go over to his channel and check out some of his videos that he captures. He at the moment just captures videos. He just likes to capture the gameplay. He doesn't really do any commentary yet. So, but the gameplay he does get, it is good. It's enjoyable. It's enjoyable to watch. So go over there, check it out, and see what he's got. So back to Splatoon. So after watching some of the videos and stuff, I'm kind of starting to fall in love with this game. I mean, it looks like a lot of fun. It's kind of a shooter-based game. It's it does have a single player, it does have a multiplayer as well. And the nice thing about this game and the multiplayer is it's not necessarily based on kill death at all. You can certainly just camp out and hang out and just kill the other characters, the other players in the game. But the whole idea behind this game is to cover as much area as possible with your team's color paint. So if you're just kind of hanging out and not really doing much of the painting, you're most likely going to lose. If you're just looking to shoot people, and things like that, your team's basically going to probably lose the game, because everybody needs to be engaged in getting as much paint into the space as possible. So the more people that are putting the paint down on the walls, the floors, and everything, you know, the team with the most paint is going to win. And that's basically how it works. There's a bunch of different number of weapons. I can't really go over all of them. You know, they got some that look a lot like, you know, it was mentioned in one of the videos. Some of them look like super soakers. There's a giant paintbrush. There's bazookas. So there's all kinds of really cool things going on in this game. And there's also a really cool thing that the player can do is you turn into like this little squid thing, and you can kind of go into the paint, you know, your color paint, and move along the ground and even the walls. And it's also the way that you refill your I guess you could call it ammo, but it's paint. You know, you refill your ammo reserve or your paint reserve, so you can continue, you know, pasting paint all over the place as much as you possibly can, so that way your team can win. So, you know, this is looking like a really fun game to play, you know, especially with my kids. You know, I mean, I do have kids, and we do play the Nintendo Wii sometimes together. You know, for me, it's really just a lot of, you know, I kind of like the Wii Sports stuff on the Nintendo Wii. You know, me and my daughter will sit there and play bowling for forever, and I'm really horrible at tennis. So, you know, it's really looking like it's going to be a really fun game to play, especially with kids. You know, so I think, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully, it'll come out on the Wii. I'm not quite sure which consoles, you know, the Nintendo console it's going to go on to, whether it's going to be the Wii U or it's going to just be the Wii. I don't even know if it's going to come over to Xbox and PlayStation or not. You know, I mean, I suppose anything's possible, but you know, most Nintendo games stick with Nintendo. We all know that it's pretty much their thing, and there's really nothing wrong with that. You know, if anybody's got a Wii U or anybody does have just a Nintendo Wii, you know, and it comes out on both of those, then, you know, it'll be something really great that you can spend some time with, you know, playing with your kids and stuff. So on to a couple of the things that I've been thinking about. So I'm kind of drumming up a few, you know, ideas for a series, and I'm not quite sure exactly how it's going to work out yet. I also have some plans to, actually I am planning to run in the Detroit Marathon again this year. I ran it last year. I'm going to run it again this year. And I thought maybe I would try and incorporate that into the channel a little bit. So I'm kind of figuring that out right now, because I don't necessarily have like the money for a GoPro camera and those kinds of things. I do have video cameras, but they're kind of tape-based cameras. So I really got to kind of figure out how I'm going to make this work. And I thought maybe I'd do a little vlogging, you know, in my process, you know, the training process for a marathon. You know, it is definitely an intense process, and you really have to be committed to it. You know, it's not something you can just kind of sit back and, you know, run a few times and, you know, okay, I'm ready to go. So it's definitely a long process. You know, base training usually starts about mid-April sometime, right around there. Yeah, mid-April, first part of May is usually around when the base training starts, and that's not even the actual marathon training. The actual marathon training starts, you know, a few weeks later. This is kind of just to prep you and get you moving and, you know, get all the cobwebs out, I suppose. Because I don't do much running over the winter time, simply because, you know, I do live in Michigan, and yeah, you know, we do get snow. So yeah, those are kind of my thoughts. You know, those are kind of my plans. I'm kind of, you know, gonna try and work that into, you know, I don't have, you know, and I don't have a webcam yet either. So these are things that I'm kind of putting all together yet, you know, still. So okay, I hope you guys liked the gameplay and enjoyed the little bit of news on the game Splatoon that's coming out. You know, I'm not sure when it's going to come out or when it's going to release or what it's going to release on, but it looks really fun. So, you know, follow the link, check it out. I hope you like it. I hope you like the gameplay. You know, thanks to Sacred Havoc, you know, for sending me this. and you know, I really hope I get one of those insanities. If you like the video, you know, give it a like, and I will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.